Hello and welcome back to the Below Average Reviewers podcast. I am your host, Vanilla Thick, and I have my co-host with me, Momi, Zink, and Dakota.
Dakota's a bitch.
Part 4. This is part 4 today. This is part 4 today.
So today we're going to be reviewing and discussing a kind of an older movie called Ponyo that came out in 2008-2009.
Alright, for the record, it's Ponyo, not Ponyo.
It's Ponyo.
And it came out in
Ponyo.
2008.
Ponyo came out in 2008.
Well, the English came out in 2009 in English, so...
Fair enough.
Who watches dub?
I do, because I
You
don't
are
want to...
disrespectful to the community.
Listen, man, I don't
You're
want to
disrespectful for saying that.
I don't want to read while I'm watching a show. I might as well just...
You were on your phone, right? You didn't want to look off your phone and read the subtitles.
All anime matters.
Shiny Charizard's matter.
Oh, man.
Okay, so I'm going to run through the plot of the film real fast, like a little, Spark Note version of it. If I miss anything, let me know. So it starts out, we see underwater human who is putting magic on fish, which I was confused when that happened. I just rolled, I was like, what is this?
It's a Miyazaki film, man. You kind of roll with what's happening at that time.
It's a very philosophical.
And just hope that it's explained by the end of the movie.
So we go on and we see the fish Ponyo. I'm gonna say Ponyo. So I don't care. Don't gatekeep me.
I wish I had like a disappointing sound from Charmander.
What are we like back in like the 2008 where people used to say you're gonna get pwned all the time? Like Noah's over here saying Ponyo, and I'm thinking, shit, people are getting pwned now.
Pound.
Pwned.
Get pwned.
So anyway, we see Ponyo.
Shut the fuck up! Oh my fucking gosh.
And we see her with a bunch of her fish sisters coming out of the submarine.
Her fisters?
Her fisters, yes.
Fisters?
Her fisters.
That sounds sexual.
Oh my god, I didn't realize Betty White was part of this.
Is that your fisher?
Is that your fister?
No, alright, first off, I was reading the cast, okay? Because I was just curious, right? I didn't realize we were talking about fisting, my bad.
No, it's your fish sister, aka your fister.
Oh my lord.
What? It's perfectly normal. Calm down.
It's perfect. Yeah, alright, got me there. Next time my mom buys a fish, and
you're gonna name it your fister.
Yep. Hey, look, it's my fister.
Please say that directly with a straight face to your mom.
Oh, I will. She ever
I
gets
want that recorded.
Oh man.
I need to witness this.
Now I gotta convince my mom to go buy a fish.
I want that recorded too.
I need a fister, please.
Go to PetSmart, ask the person working.
Can I have a fister, please?
Have your best fister in the store.
Excuse me, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Bruh.
Okay, so going back to the plot of the
yes, go back to the fisters.
So we see the fisters, and they come out, and they make a noise, and Fujimoto, is that his name?
Me!
Yeah,
Fujimoto.
Fujimoto. I can say that name. We have Fujimoto.
But you can't say Ponyo. What the hell?
Ponyo?
Thank you.
Ponyo. I want to switch it back and forth to just piss you guys off. It's funny now. So we see
Charmander's not amused.
So we see Damn it.
Oh man.
So eventually Ponyo leaves the ship where Fujimoto is keeping this fish. And we get a nice like music, like a bunch of B-roll of her just vibing on a jellyfish, going to the surface. And this is when we get introduced after a while to Sosuke, the other main character, the boy who becomes friends with Ponyo.
Not Sasuke.
Sosuke.
Yeah. Sosuke. Ponyo. Get your names right. How can you pronounce Fujimoto, but you can't say Ponyo or Sosuke?
Sasuke!
It's Sosuke.
Dude,
it is Sosuke.
Dude, also,
okay,
all
it is
of a sudden,
Sosuke.
halfway through the movie, like all of a sudden you just see Naruto Shippuden just like
You just see her Rasengan coming in from the side of the screen.
No. It's the scene where the mama's driving the car when the waves are hitting the fucking road. And like Ponyo's running atop the fish. You just see Naruto running like right beside Ponyo.
Naruto running.
Meow.
Just yelling, Sasuke!
Sasuke!
That'll be a funny edit to make. I might do that. Put Orochimaru's face on Lisa's face.
and then you see Sasuke on top of the cliff.
Wait, I gotta look now. Was Ponyo Naruto running, or was she running with her hands forward?
Probably.
She was kind of running with her hands forward the entire time.
Okay.
Okay, so we continue
God
on.
damn it.
And Sosuke sees Ponyo on the surface stuck in a jar. So he saves her and puts her in a bucket. Yeah, puts her in a bucket and he keeps her as his goldfish pets.
Yo, that part right there though, Ponyo is like low-key vampire fish.
mm-hmm.
Straight up.
Bitch, squirt.
No, straight up licking Sosuke's blood.
Ooh, that got someone excited. Charmander. So at this point, this is when Sosuke gives the fish the name Ponyo. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her original name.
Dang it! Noah. Sorry. Pick.
Ponyo. There, you happy?
No, I'm not.
It gives you the pronunciation in Japanese. Just read the Japanese, man.
Oh, right, Gummit, of course.
Of course, that's silly me.
Hey, for the record, in this list I have pulled up, Lisa, it says the Japanese form and then a comma after it, and then it says Risa.
Yeah, because Japanese can't pronounce the L syllable.
Do you think they make fun of us for saying our R is weird over here too?
Yeah,
of course, 110%.
100%.
It's kind of like drawn together. When they have Ling take his his driving test and everything's an L on the driving eye test exam, and he's just saying R instead of L.
The tape on the eyes, man. The tape on the eyes is where I lost it.
Shame that show got canceled.
Can we review that next, please?
I'm down. I had the DVDs of it.
Calm down, it's just a meme.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to finish the plot now.
Go.
So, eventually Fujimoto comes back out and takes the fish back. I'm just going to speed around the plot now because we're going to be discussing more about it in depth in this podcast. So he was water bending to get the fish back. And after he gets the fish back, he says he puts him you can't do this anymore, you're not leaving me anymore. So he drinks alcohol or something, gets his seawater powers back and suppresses her back to her fish form because she tasted Sosuke's blood. She could turn into a human, which is how DNA works in this show, I guess. But
aw, beans.
I respect it.
Hey, look, somebody had to do it. Somebody had to make the sacrifice.
So then we get this obscure plot device they use that Fujimoto goes into this vault and pours some gold liquid inside a well and says no fish can enter this well or bad things will happen to the world.
Have you never pulled gold stuff into your well before?
I haven't.
I did
I can
once.
assure. And the world ended almost, right? Big sad.
No.
And then the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah.
Zuko!
Sasuke!
And Naruto's running on a Fire Nation ship.
So, of course, Ponyo opens up the vault door when she breaks out of her water. I'm going to call it a water prison because he's pretty much keeping them prisoner there.
It's Sokka now, Momi. It's Sokka now. It's all Sokka.
And once seawater gets in that golden well, big golden fish come out, which creates tidal waves that start to have a small tsunami in their little town they're in. Because his underwater villain base is right on the coast, I guess, of this fisherman town. And then there's, some action of Lisa driving back and off the water and all of that shenanigans. And
Can we talk about the mom's driving though for a minute?
Yeah.
Skirt!
Almost going off a cliff eating ice cream.
Oh my! You would think someone that lives on windy roads like that on a cliffside, they would drive a little bit more.
I mean, either die or you live.
I mean, sometimes you gotta skirt.
I mean, would you drive like that with your kid in the car like that?
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Assert dominance.
It's her T-posing.
Hard T-posing.
So eventually,
I just don't see how that kid is still alive. I mean, every single time if my parents did that, I'd probably shit myself. I would straight up shit myself.
Well, you saw the scene where he was like just looking at ice cream, having none of it. We're like with this ice cream with a pissed off face. So random, so funny. But back to the plots. Eventually, we see Ponyo, Naruto running on the fish, which is the tsunami water. And that's when she's trying to chase the car down to get to Sasuke.
Sasuke!
This is like Naruto and Sasuke. She's chasing after Sasuke. Ponyo goes 9 tails on him. Sasuke reaches a Sharingan or something like that.
Kage no Bonjutsu.
This is fried. And so eventually you get back to the house where they're trying to get to. Ponyo, the water stops because the water was taking Ponyo to Sasuke because she's controls water now for some reason.
Water style.
There's up to Naruto references.
Yo, it's straight Naruto references right now.
No, you forgot the waterbending. You gotta steal our waterbending scroll, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think Fujimoto's the waterbender and Ponyo's the Naruto. You can use water jutsus. That's my headcanon, at least.
I mean, didn't you see her as the fish? Water style, water gun jutsu.
Yeah.
She'd be squirting bitches.
Maybe she's secretly a Pokemon.
I mean, she evolved.
Ponyo,
yeah.
I choose you.
What? Ponyo's evolving. Dun, 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 dun. Ponyo is evolved into a human.
Just human. Named as human after that.
You have to give it an item though. It has to be a piece of ham.
No. The way the evolution item is blood. Is Sasuke's blood.
Where your trainer has to sacrifice himself to Satan.
Yeah, you have to sacrifice a child in order for it to evolve.
Because that's what
then
Ponyo takes over the body.
Then Ponyo evolves. And then if you give Ponyo a piece of ham, it doubles her attack stat.
Please don't take our video down, Pokemon.
Giving them ideas.
Give them an idea.
This is Gen A shenanigans right here.
This is Gen 9, bro.
So, eventually we get like Ponyo, and Sosuke. We get like a nice, love scene with them. Not like love scene, but like them being friends, doing kid stuff together and stuff like that. And Lisa decides to go back to the nursing home she worked for because she was worried about all the patients who couldn't walk, drowning in the flood.
Uh-oh.
Then the next
Slip.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
I've fallen, I can't get up. Life alert.
Tough nubs, Granny.
I need my life alert.
So after this, we're sleeping. We cut back to Fujimoto, and we see Ponyo's mother show up, which is a mermaid. I think, yeah, it's a mermaid. And they have a conversation about the world's going to end if we don't get Ponyo back. Because I assume that's because she released that, like, the well thing, the golden well, or I don't. I'm just gonna roll with it. So she says, well, they can break it by if she loves Sosuke. He's like, but if it doesn't work that way, then she'll die. And she's like, we'll put our chips in on this one.
Oh, well.
If it happens, it happens. We're fish. We can survive.
That's what I say about children. If it happens, it happens.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Are we going to be having little Zacks running around soon?
Hope not.
That stock doesn't start walking. So after that we get Ponyo. I'm thinking too hard. I'm thinking too hard about it now. I'm just like, okay, screw it. We get Ponyo and Sosuke. They go out in the water and try to find Lisa because she hasn't returned yet. They find her car, and she's not in there. So Sosuke thinks her mom died, which is, I guess, a safe assumption for a 5-year-old to think. But
Mama, where you at?
Mama, it's gone dark. Mama.
Mommy.
So we cut down to the nursing home again, where we see all the old people are safe, and Lisa's safe there too. And we see that Fujimoto and the mermaid,
Just vibing, bro.
Yeah, they're just vibing in the water, which.
Dude, this scene at the end with the fucking old lady, where she's just trying to stand there, like pretend to swim or whatever.
Yeah, this movie's fried. Some of the stuff in the movie
scene
so
was
fried.
gas.
So,
That's what the zinc would do.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks.
So we then see Fujimoto telling them, like, yeah, if Ponyo can prove that she loves Sosuke, everything will be fine. Okay.
What the hell are you doing?
Okay, that's too many Charmanders, I think.
The Charmander's gone now. Charmander's put in timeout. Put him in the corner.
He just hates,
Nobody
hates
put
water.
baby in the corner.
Charmander goes in corner. Now. I will slit your throat. Sounds like your throat is being slit tomorrow.
Ponyo. It's Ponyo.
Dude, cool.
We haven't even made it through the plot yet.
I mean, we will eventually. So
It's
then
about the journey. It's all about the journey.
Right.
This is the journey of Ponyo and Sosuke trying to reunite with Sosuke's mother. That's the big theme, just journey.
So Sosuke's mom got it going on.
Eh, no comment. And we start to see when they go in the tunnel that Ponyo starts to turn back into her fish form. And Sosuke's losing his mind because if this happens, the world's going to end. But he doesn't know that. He just wants his...
He thinks that she's dying.
Yeah. Which, again, 5-year-old. Like, very, very cool. So they run through the water, and she comes back to... She's just tired. She's not, like, dying. She's just tired, but he doesn't know that. And he wakes her up, and then that's when Fujimoto comes out of the water. And this is when Chris Hansen, I think, appears in this movie. When he pops out of the water and starts walking over to Sosuke.
The part where Chris Hansen appears is where Fujimoto is like literally has like Mario Sunshine jetpack, and he's like spraying the ground. That's the Chris Hansen moment.
I need seawater to survive. It's not weed killer. Okay, so eventually it ends where they get, I guess, married, you could say. They both confess their love for each other, which again, 5-year-olds, so very cool. Very cool, Japan. And it ends with the mermaid saying, okay, kiss her when you get back on land, and everything goes back to normal. And the world goes from one piece back to Japan, so a tidy little story.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you... Okay, so that took like 30 minutes, I think, or only 20 minutes. That ain't bad. So what are your guys' thoughts on this film?
It's cute. It's cute.
Yeah, it's a cute film. Like I think it's a pretty solid one. Also, interesting fact of the day, for the English dub, Noah Cyrus voiced Ponyo.
Yeah, looking at the English cast, there was a lot of well-known
Like
in this.
Jonas, Tina Fey.
Like this is
Matt
is this
Damon?
08, 09 too, not the... These people are still relevant back then.
Mm-hmm.
We have Liam Neeson in this.
I mean, Betty White's always is relevant.
Betty White is an angel we don't deserve.
Wait,
I know. I started recycling so that way when I die I can leave a better world for Betty White.
So Dakota, you watched the English version, right?
Yeah.
How was the voice acting? Like, did it sound good?
Yeah.
I assume it would because these are all like well-known people.
Oh,
I've seen both versions, and this this is gonna sound blasphemous. This is the one time where I like the English dub better, just because of the voice talent.
Let's hear it, Momi.
Someone's getting beheaded.
Waka waka.
I'm sorry, it's my opinion, and I'm entitled to that opinion.
I'm sorry that your opinion is wrong. You're allowed to have your wrong opinion.
Listen, man, okay? I just like having the fact that I have entitlement, okay?
Because we already know you're a bitch, so.
Well, yeah, it's part 4, so, like...
Exactly.
Yeah.
We need to speak to your manager, Dakota.
I mean, you can speak to my manager.
Monica! They said they need to speak to my manager.
I mean, I can go get my manager. Do you need my manager?
It's fine. I'll fix it in a minute.
Yes.
All right, here.
Okay, so here's our special guest halfway through the episode, Monica. Monica, how's it going?
Hi, Monica.
Hey, guys.
So you are Dakota's manager, correct?
I guess so.
Hold on.
I just want to say that Dakota's a bitch. Part 4.
I thought she was his mommy. But whatever.
Definitely not that one. That one's awkward.
Hold on, Mommy. I have a question. Monica, you've seen this film, right? Ponyo?
Yeah.
Did you watch the English dub or the Japanese sub?
We watched English.
Did you like it?
I love Ponyo.
Did you like the voice acting though? Like, did it sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Zach. I mean, Momi. Is the attacker now? You're Dakota.
My God.
Oh, see.
Yeah, I made this simple.
I mean, if Liam Neeson's gonna voice something, I'm gonna sit and watch it because it's Liam Neeson.
Right.
And
Just don't, kidnap his family.
exactly.
All you have to, not do.
I do want to say I don't
Thanks, Ben.
I don't like is Fujimoto like an antagonist
So
or like because he's just trying to look out for the betterment of society, but like he's like, oh, screw humans, they can all die. Water gang.
So think of Fujimoto as kind of like an activist for the ocean. He was human a long time ago, and then during that time he met Ponyo's mom. Ponyo's mom saw like the goodness in his heart and like granted him like super activist powers, I take it. And he started making sure that the ocean was taken care of. Think of him as kind of like he's going to be taking care of the ocean. He's the god of taking care of the ocean.
The ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't really think you can call him an antagonist. Like, he's probably, I mean, I guess in the film he is, but he's not really an
In
antagonist.
the eyes of a 5-year-old, he's the villain. I mean,
You can't
he's trying-
stop me.
I think he's more than
he's
a villain to the 5-year-old.
he's trying.
He's spoopy.
He's trying to steal the 5-year-old's friend.
So how do you feel that they have fish human hybrid babies? Is that cool for evolution?
I mean,
Because technically they can make an underwater society.
I'm just saying, shit happens.
How else
It
did
gave
it
me
make
Full Metal
sense?
Alchemist flashbacks.
Okay, so I do so I don't think I heard yet. What did you guys like about this film?
What did I like about it?
Yeah, like-
The art, like the plot's really cool.
The music was really good.
The
The
music.
music was like
the
it was
English
vibe
dub
level.
actors and actresses voicing.
I think overall it's a pretty okay movie overall.
I mean, it's a
I mean-
Studio Ghibli.
It's designed for kids, so like it ain't like a silent
Well-
voice or something where there needs to be
Well,
super
Vanilla
dark,
Thick, I
depressing
am the child.
themes. I think we all are.
We all play Pokemon because we're children.
Yep.
So, fun fact about this movie beat Pokemon Giratina and the Sky Warrior, which had the same opening day in Japan.
I don't remember even seeing that movie. I probably seen it, but like, I don't remember the plot of it at all, so that makes sense. Is that where Ash is like
let's
in the
put-
graveyard?
all I gotta do is
and
say
sees
one
a
thing
mirror?
about that movie.
Shaman! Here comes the Charmander. Dakota's grabbing it. I heard him get from his chair.
Corner now. I will make Monica put it in the corner.
Nobody puts baby in the corner. How many times do I have to tell you?
I
this?
will text Monica right now.
But going
That's
back, I think it's
Yeah.
really
Oh.
cool that Disney Pictures was a big part of
I was
this
going to
film.
make some Disney jokes in this, but I was like, oh, they sponsored the English release of it, so
Mhm.
I can't say this is their
Hence
version
what-
of Finding Nemo.
Hence why I think the voice actors are as good as what they are. Is that Disney pushed these voice actors for it.
So another interesting fact about this is the budget for it was 3.4 billion yen, which only relates to about 34 million in the United States, but the box office was actually 203.2 million. Now, I know that doesn't seem great, but considering the fact it still made that much when it was played free on the TV when it released, like,
Well, that was 0809 too. Like, that was a lot more money back then than it was now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Plus, like, I mean, the animation's not that great, but I don't think that matters. Like, it help. I think it helps having this
I
kind
mean,
of
for
art
its
style.
time, it was pretty good. I mean, honestly, like the series of those films, that's pretty damn good compared to like what was releasing in 2008. I mean, you look at animes releasing like, I mean, if we go back and we look at like 2006 to 2008 anime, for example, you look at like Code Geass, Death Note. I mean, to over like any of those animes, the Familiar Zero, Shakugo no Shana, like any of those, like they're like they have really good art styles, but like for what
For that
like
time.
for that time, but like the film Ponyo like kind of like took it up a notch.
I
but
mean,
because
Movies
of
did
that,
get
like
paid more for
yes, that's
that
what I'm
kind of
saying.
thing.
Yeah,
well, at that time too, a lot of the animes that were out at that time, they were still doing what pencil and paper drawing. A lot of like the computer drawings hadn't really taken off yet. So,
yeah. I don't think that really started until like 2010s.
mhm.
So how would you feel? Because I think we need I'll ask a hypothetical real fast actually. What if Sosuke turned into a fish and they just live underwater? Do you think have a cooler ending? If everyone else just died and just Sosuke lived
oh,
That would
well,
and they
definitely be
fished off in the sunset?
that would definitely be a darker
Well,
ending
it's
to
not implied they all died. You know, they just leave. It's up for
it's like the
interpretation.
darker adaptations of other shows, like Sabrina,
Oh.
for example. And it's like, okay, I'm a teenage witch, still like, no, I shall rule the underworld and be a cheerleader.
I mean, everything that we've watched so far, they could have taken a darker turn. Like a Silent Voice, oh boy, could have just died and that had been the end of the movie.
That's what I thought
Right,
was
and
going
you
to
know what?
happen.
Nobody would have flinched. They were like, yep, it's an anime.
I did get Emma vibes from the Promised Neverland, because the way that her design is to Ponyo's design with the hair and face when she turns into a kid.
Yeah,
They look very similar, which it's a fun little thing because I like that show till they ruined it in season 2.
we don't.
So-
We don't talk season 2.
It is.
So
it is a one season anime.
So I'm just looking at little random facts. So Ponyo is supposed to be a Japanese version of Little Mermaid.
It's Finding Nemo,
Honestly, her
but I can
art
see
style
Little Mermaid.
There's certain parts of it that reminds me of.
The red is supposed to be a throwback to Eric.
Just imagine the beginning scene where Ponyo is like hopping onto those jellyfish and stuff, and all you hear in the background, like faintly, is "Under the sea." Under the sea.
You see
You
a
hear that
rape.
in the background.
You,
What's the lobster crab or whatever his name is?
you hear a
Sebastian?
racially correct Sebastian.
Yeah,
his name?
Sebastian. You see Sebastian vibing on another jellyfish in the background.
He's a crawfish, or not crawfish. What
Crawfish,
is it?
yeah. You see him vibing.
We be vibing.
So like I said, I don't understand the Fujimoto plot. Like I don't understand. I feel
Bro,
like that was
let
just
him
there
be.
to push the
Let
story.
him be. He just wants to vibe and pour potions into the water. Just let him vibe.
Dude, like
He's
what are
trying to
those
the ocean.
potions? That's what I want to know. Like what?
So
Polluting the water.
he's actually, I think it's actually him taking care of the water,
Eh,
healing the water.
either way. Some people view it as polluting. Some people view it as helping.
So technically,
who cares?
he's the good guy in this situation, and Sosuke's the bad guy.
Dun dun dun. Uh-oh.
Ocean rights activists 1, 5-year-old child 0. Let's go.
Value.
I do like the interaction between Fujimoto and his wife. Are they still married? I
don't think
assume.
I don't think they're ever married. I think they were
This.
wham
Like
bam
hooky.
thank you ma'am.
playing hooky.
Respect.
There-
I give it to
there-
Fujimoto for
there's-
that.
There's a flipper or two somewhere in there.
They at least had to do it twice. Just
Twice. Look at all those freaking kids.
fish have fucking babies in clutches, man.
You get lay
They can
eggs.
have 50
Oh,
to
dude.
60 kids at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but he's got to be pumping out a lot.
Hey, that's what Activision does for you.
That's what those parts.
It'd be
The
that way.
potions, the potions Viagra, man.
Oh yeah.
If I need more power.
I got power.
It's his devil fruit, man. There's your One Piece reference, Noah.
I already made a One Piece reference. Well, we're going to reference any other long-running shonens in this too. Make a Dragon Ball
Ball?
Z and make a Dragon Ball.
Any Dragon Ball
Okay,
references?
do you think Fujimoto could beat Goku?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Can Goku go underwater though? I think Fujimoto could camp him out in a time battle. Both like boxing or something.
Probably.
Momi, what do you think? You've seen Dragon
About
Ball,
what?
right?
I mean, yeah.
I have. Okay. Can Goku slap Fujimoto, or could Fujimoto be Goku?
I think what will happen. So I'm gonna give a big elaborate thought process here. What's gonna happen is he's gonna jump in. Goku's gonna jump in the water. Fujimoto's gonna be like, "Whoa, who the fuck are you?" He's gonna be like, "Yo, I'm Goku. I'm here to beat your ass." So Fujimoto's like, "Oh, really? Here's some potions, bro." And he's like, "Oh, thanks." So then they have a little tea party of potions, Viagra potions.
Oh, they go for who can keep an erection the longest.
And then they start talking about their waifus and stuff like that, you know?
So they're very chival, or I can't say the word. I'm going to try. Very gentleman-y, I would say. You know.
Yeah, I think it'll be a very actual gentleman kind of environment. Just have a
Gentleman.
So
little
you
tea
don't
party in the
think
middle of the
they'll
ocean.
fight. You just think they'll
I think there'll be screaming and threats, and then there'll be a little tea party.
That's
You're a
fine.
tea party.
Kind of like this, like the scenario where Beerus goes to that party to go get a pudding cup. Kind of like that. Like just it's a chill thing.
I can see that. I can hop on board. But actually,
Everyone's just chilling and vibing.
So
And then
Until Majin Buu goes, no!
and then all you see is so scary.
All the pudding cups are for Boo.
You're being a rude guest.
My Bulma.
okay,
Sorry.
So there's our Dragon Ball reference. Very cool. Very cool.
I'm surprised you haven't
indeed.
thrown JoJo's into this.
I can't
I'm
yet.
surprised you haven't figured out a way to intertwine.
I mean, in JoJo's, they do go underneath the water in a submarine across to Egypt. So technically, this is kind of a JoJo reference. Because the ship's underwater.
I mean, in Two of Ru, Lala appears in Rito's bath, so that's water.
Yeah, there's a two-level
There's
reference.
a Two of Ru reference.
Hanako, fish, There's your Hanako reference.
What's her name?
Does anybody else realize that Ponyo actually has a chicken form?
Yeah, that was
Oh my
hybrid form.
god, I hated that.
Bro, like, it was cursed.
Did you listen?
used her
Did you listen to the
magic.
song? Did you listen to the song at all? Because
At
there's
the
a
very
part
end.
in the song where it goes Baku Baku chicken, Baku Baku chicken. It literally states that in the song.
Dude, the fact she was in that form to use her magic powers is kind of cursed. When, like, the baby's, like, crying, and she turns into a chicken and runs across the water, just like
What'd you-
smacks her face.
What'd you think of the scene of like the spotlight scene with the dad and the mom just drunk as fuck is over here fucking super spamming Baka on the fucking light?
Right.
I can't play right now. I'm busy. You're not busy. You're 5.
It funny enough, I can actually give a reference to that. It reminds me of Horimiya, which is an anime I watched last night. That gives me vibes of the dad of Hori in that film or in that anime, because the dad is always super busy and gone, and so when he appears, he kind of like gets like all the family's kind of like shitty with him and stuff. And then like kind of in this film where he says, "Oh, I'm not going to be back for a while again," they kind of get shitty at him.
Is that the guy
kinda-
you were showing me with like the hentai
Yes.
protagonist vibe going for him?
Yes, where he's like, "Let's go take a bath together."
Though there's another Ponyo reference.
There you go.
So, out of all the Miyazaki films, how would you guys rate this one?
I have
Like-
not seen another Miyazaki film, so 10 out of 10.
Oh,
So there we go. And nothing to relate it to, and I enjoyed it. So.
wait. You've never seen any other Miyazaki
No.
film. You haven't seen Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, Kiki's Delivery Service, My Neighbor Totoro.
I heard of them. I see memes of them.
No, you see, the more and more that you just keep saying from here on out, Monica is just going to not only be disappointed in you, but then on Tuesdays, instead of playing Pokemon, you're gonna have to watch Studio Ghibli films in the back room.
Yeah, with Charmander.
Char.
I do like there are some funny moments in this film, like the spotlight scene. Any moment where she transforms, use her like her wish power is kind of funny, because you don't expect the chicken to appear.
I'm gonna drop these minnows and then make humongous waves.
Baku chicken.
Yeah. So were those
Baku
waves
chicken.
fish, or were the fish like with the waves? Because they have the
So-
same colors. So I was like, wait, are the waves actually fish?
The waves are actually fish. The art style is supposed to represent like. Have you seen like old Japanese art where? Here, hold on. Let me find.
Like that.
There used to be a style of Japanese art where they used to make animals out of the landscape, and that's what that's supposed to be kind of a reference to.
I'm just saying this. Zing, I can't take you seriously with that profile picture. It's so fucking hideous.
Hey,
We love Max Mofo.
fool,
I don't.
dude, mine's Excalibur. I mean,
Mine's Caitlin.
Excalibur is best anime character ever. Come at me.
I've not seen Black Clover, so I'll take your word for it.
It's not.
Wait, is that Black
It's not-
Clover?
No.
Oh, it's Soul Eater.
Oh, close enough.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
You're
Oh
about
my
to start
God.
an entirely different topic.
Oh
First
my
off, you're
God.
entirely wrong.
So
Second of all-
let's finish the waves really quick. So the waves are supposed to be representations of giant tuna in Japan.
What makes tuna so special in Japan?
It's the number one harvested fish in Japan.
That makes
They
sense
eat
then.
a lot of fish.
They eat a lot of fish.
I wonder why.
I mean, have you ever seen a full tuna before? Have you seen how fucking big they are?
Yes, I've seen big tuna. Big tuna.
Big
That's
tuna.
fun to say.
I'm actually curious now since you fucking got me thinking of Soul Eater. Do you know who my favorite character for Soul Eater was, Dakota?
Who?
Take a guess.
Black Star.
No.
It's a female.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all.
It's always a female with mommy.
Are we done?
It's Blair, you dummy. The one that's
Oh.
so obvious. It's Blair.
It's what?
Blair.
Blair?
The cat girl?
Duh.
The one who's literally from episode, like, what, 1?
Yeah, sorry, man. I forgot that they had a name. I just call her Naked Cat Witch.
That's fair. I've seen
Love
this.
Blair.
So, do you guys have any last thoughts about this film we really talked about?
Yeah. So like, I don't know. All in all,
I don't.
Ponyo
Yeah.
is really good. Like, I enjoyed it, being able to watch it and just kind of, like I've already seen it before, so to watch it again, just try to study like how the art is and the new details that I didn't catch last time. Was pretty cool.
I will say that Japanese kid movies are better than English kid movies, I think.
I mean, yes, 100%.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, have you ever seen Ferngully? That's like an A+ kids movie.
In the podcast, the movie I suggested, Yoramasu, is another one of those kid movies, but it's phenomenal.
Well, I think like PG-13 like themes will be considered like TV7 over there, you know? Like I feel like they treat their
Rating in Japan's a lot different.
I know it is. I'm just saying like
I'm just saying there's a child anime called Prepara, and there's a character in it who cusses a lot, and it's kind of funny.
No fucking way.
Okay, is there any other last thoughts over this film?
I think it's fine. I'm more into like horror and like depressing themes, so I mean, for what this is, being the like opposite of what I generally enjoy, I think it's fine.
Sink, any last thoughts?
It's a Miyazaki film. I mean, you kind of expect the same thing throughout all of his films, but
If you've seen one, you've seen them all pretty much.
compared to the other ones, this one's kind of like it takes the back seat to him.
Alrighty, and what would you guys rate this out of 10?
I'm not going first today.
I'll go first. Honestly, I give it a solid like 8. I think it's a little generous to be honest, but like I give it a solid 8 for the sheer fact that like art's phenomenal. The voice cast for the English dub was phenomenal.
He keeps going back to the English stuff.
Dude, those little jabs annoy me. Let's keep poking.
I'm not even trying to jab him. I only watch the English version because I'm not reading while I'm watching a movie. I don't read books because I can't read. Okay, I graduated from a small school. But no,
It's not the school's fault that your reading level was atrocious.
you're right. It was my dad, but that's only because he wasn't there.
Okay, let's okay.
Okay, just
All right.
Zink,
Yeah,
what is your score?
I give it a 7.5.
7. What?
No, or
Hey, only whole numbers. We don't cut losses in half.
I mean, unless
No.
it's like an obscured decimal number.
no. What's your thought on it?
I'll give it so the film is targeted towards kids, not people our age. So I would give it a 9. If I was a kid, I would enjoy this a lot. I think.
If I was a kid, I would say it would probably be higher, but for me, it's probably like a 6.
What would you give Finding Nemo then?
500.
7.
Finding Nemo probably like a 6.5.
Yeah, Finding Dory was better. It was more darker, which made it better, I think. Tackling Dory's derpiness and overcoming it.
The only scene that I really enjoyed of Finding Nemo, I was obsessed with, was the "Hi Bruce." The fucking sharks, dude. They're lit. Sharks are dope.
I'm mad there was no sharks in this, you know.
Fish
Like,
are friends, not
it was cool all
food.
the prehistoric fish that came out of nowhere, but like
Mhm.
I never heard of any of them. They all look like they would kill you if they saw you. So
Grr.
all of them had fangs or sharp like knives on them or whatever. But hey, they're just vibing on the
Yeah.
road, the water road. Okay, thank you all for joining me today, and we will see you again next week.